Hey, what's up? Welcome back. This is another beat remake, and as you can see from the title, we're going to cover the song Flex. Now, Flex may not be something that you know about, or have you heard about this song? Let me know in the comments below. This song came out in 2021. Pretty much is doing the same thing I'm doing right now, making YouTube videos. And this song is by Cupid. It's a very popular song in parties all around the world. You know, party songs like this really resonate. They don't have to be at the top of the Billboard charts, but then again, I don't know exactly where he's at on the Billboard charts, but I do know that this song resonates with a lot of people all the time, and it's a very easy song to learn how to play, and we're going to talk about that. Now, I was checking out these analytics, and it looks like number one stunner is on top, followed by Michael Jackson, and that just goes to show you never really know how these videos are going to turn out, what titles you pick. You never really know. I would think that the Michael Jackson would get more views than number one stunner. Number one stunner still on top with number one. Michael Jackson number two in these remakes in the rank. Number three is Can't You See by Total, which is outperforming Scarface, which is number four. So hopefully this can go higher than any of these. We will see. Hard to predict, but enough talk. Let's go into the lesson. Now, this song is in the key of C minor. That was a C minor scale. In the key of C minor, we have three flats on the treble clef in the music theory thing. That's a little bit of music theory right there. And we're just gonna start with those three chords right there. So the first chord is C, E flat, G, B flat, D, F, and A flat, C, E flat. Right? Very easy to play. So this song is a good lesson in basically one thing, understanding your key signature. And we know that our BPM is at 122 BPMs. Let's go ahead and lay that down. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also a lesson in whole notes. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. We'd like to listen after we do that. We're also quantizing, make sure that our timing is right on. Before we continue, special note by way, as I was editing this video, I forgot the little funny sound that comes in the beginning of the track. That is from the Yin Yang Twins record, Salt Shaker. But my question to you, if you notice, is where did they get that sound from? I did a little research. I just know that song because I remember hearing the Yin Yang Twins do that sound. But it's probably a preset or something right there. Let me know in the comments below. We're going to get back to the video. All right, so we're going to just go slowly, step by step. We're going to do for the drums. It's a very simple beat, but there's a little bit of nuances in there. And I'm going to take my time and kind of do it step by step with the beat. This track is sequenced in 16th notes. And I think it was done in FL Studio. And as I do more in the studio in this video, you're going to see me kind of make changes that make it sound a little bit more like FL Studio. And that's more or less the sounds that I'm going to use, that I'm going to talk about or illustrate on my website. I want to list my sounds on there. But, you know, just stay tuned because we do this step by step, slowly. So I got a drum beat. I got the 808. Dilly 808 drum kit. Now that's a free drum kit you can get on my website at in the description below. It's a free download if you want the 808 drums from my own 808 drum machine. RD is a Behringer unit. I'm not gonna lie to you, say, oh, I gotta, but they sound really good. They're very practical, and I had to tweak them to kind of make it sound like the original record. So without further ado, let's make sure. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and lay this down. Start off with the clap. All right. Kick drum. Okay, so now we have that down. What I'm gonna do as I listen to it, get ready to do the hi-hat. And we're just gonna add that right there. I make sure I'm still quantizing and syncing notes like this. 5, 6, 7, and we got the cowbell. So there's a little bit of a fast clap up in there. Now, theoretically, when I hear this track, I hear FL Studio. Do you think that Cupid used FL Studio to produce this track, or did he use something else? My theory is FL Studio, but I'm doing this on the MPC. Let me know what you think in the comments. So there's a little fast feel of the right. So I'm going to try and play that onto the track while still letting the beat go. But I'm going to use a default half velocity by double tapping on the velocity pad here. And that's going to give me triggers or note values that are at the half velocity of the full one. Normally I produce at full unless I want to do more dynamic stuff. But in this case, I'm going to try to do that. And also got to make sure that my quantization is set to 30 seconds. It could be 30-second triplets. I'm going to stick with the 30-second notes. So let's try that. We're going to run it again. We're going to practice it one time, then see if I can lay it down. And I think I got it. I may have to correct it. Now, if it doesn't work, I'll paint the notes in on the piano roll. Ooh, not quite exactly. But let's listen to that section. We're on 8 bar, measure 8. And what happens is that when you quantize or you try to play something different, like I said, in this scenario right here, it's easier to click in the notes. Right there. And then I'm going to go to the grid and change it to 60 notes so I can know exactly where it needs to go. And I can see that it was late, but I can move it over. And we're going to listen. That's close enough for me. And here we got the same thing right there. We want to make sure that we're quantizing in 30-second notes. And in that, now you can use a whole lot of different methods of clicking those notes in. I know in FL Studio you can paint them in. And the reason I'm talking about FL Studio so much because I'm kind of rediscovering the platform. But if I play right there, need one more right there. Here we go. Something like that. Now let's add that open hi-hat. We're going to go back to full velocity. And I'll bring the volume down just a little bit. 2, 3, 4. And we'd like to listen. Take your time, listen to the track. And also, if I want to make that hi-hat just a little bit tighter, I can go ahead and edit the envelope and sort of kind of open it up just a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Ooh-wee. But I'm going to bring the velocity down on these units right here, the clap. Because I don't want that to interfere with the song. They're not really that high velocity. There we go. Same thing over here. I'm just going to go ahead and adjust the velocity of the individual notes because I want that main clap to be the loudest one, but everything else to be a little bit quieter. All right, so I think we're good on that for now. There's always more improvements that you can do. And if you're producing for clients or just being in the comments right there, you can see that there's always more to add or to change, or it's not quite right. That's just dealing with the client. If you got a paying client, you make it the way they want. You know, that's the rule. If they're paying you to do it, and it lines up with your, then you do it, right? But if they're not a paying client, they can voice their opinions all they want, but you do it how you want to do it. I'm doing this remake how I want to do it, right? So now that we got the drums down, we're going to go to the 808, and I'm going to do that with this next section. Okay, next we're going to do the bass line. Now, my observation of this bass line is that it's a very simple bass line that does land on 16th notes, and it's a very simple bass line that follows the scale of C minor, 3 flats, C, G, and F. So we're going to try and lay that down and just let it ride. This track is very open, but it's easy to follow, and it's easy to follow in the club, or this is very easy for people to dance to. There's not a lot going on outside of the extra sound effects that are in the drums, but in the bass lines, this is very simple. Let's check it out like this. 2, 3, and... There wasn't a note there, so I get to highlight that and delete that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Close, not exact, but close, but definitely illustrates how the 808 is done in there. And if I could just make an observation there, that bass sample is separate from the drum kit. Now you can do it a lot of ways, but in this case I'm using the plugin. I definitely got to catch up on my write-ups on these remakes, but that's a very cool, simple thing. So now we're going to make some adjustments to that piano, and then we're going to try and see if we can add the bell sound. So in this point, I'm going to add the bell sound. I have a good sound in mind of what I want to use for that. Just really simple melody. Not a whole lot going on in this track. That's something we can all observe, is that you don't need to have a whole lot going on to have a song that resonates with a lot of people. So in this case, let's check it out. Still in the key of C minor. Let's listen to it. Okay. Five, 6, 7. Yeah. Sounds good right there. Okay, as we go further and deeper into the track, I hear a little bit of a percussion in the background. This percussion instrument is called the agogo. I think that's what I hear in the track. You can let me know comments if you think it's something different, but my ears tell me that's an agogo. So I'm gonna try to match that hi-hat. I'm gonna bring it down to the mix so it's not very intrusive. I'm in full velocity. And let's try that. And the cool thing is that the MPC Vault sample library came with this sound, so I didn't have to go very far to find it. 2. And I'm putting it in the background. There could be some phaser going on with it or some other effect, but I think it illustrates the point. So that's the cool thing, is that you can go back and make changes. So I hear a little bit more in the hi-hat. In this case, I'm going to try and do some of those fast hi-hats. So I got the note repeat set up with 1/32 triplet notes. And that kind of gives you that fast effect. Now, there are other methods that you can do this in different ways on other platforms, but we're still covering this on the MPC. So I'm going to try and sneak those in there, and let's just hear how it kind of adds a little bit more to the track. And five, six. So let's hear it back. Four. That adds a little bit more nuance to it and kind of gets us a little bit closer. Now I'm going to add a lead line next. So we had a lot of nuanced elements in this track. Don't sleep on it just because it's not as popular a song as like other songs. But actually, I can't say it's not a popular song because every dance party gathering, they're requesting that song. So that's basically how that track is put together. If you like this type of content, let me know. I always appreciate your feedback. Please give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Did you like this kind of tutorial? You never know how these videos do on the YouTube platform. There's a lot of new viewers that come and look at these videos, but as far as subscribers go, there always seems to be a more higher influx of newer viewers. So it's hard for me to go off of subscriber request when the data shows that most people who come look at these are new. And I'm appreciative of subscribers, but I know that one song does not necessarily hit the target of so many tastes. So I'm just grateful that Number One Stunner is still number one in the charts, my remake charts for the season 4. This is song number 5, so it makes me think that I want to do another Number One Stunner record to see if I can get similar results. Because I'm definitely surprised at the Michael Jackson remake with the sound design that I got on that one and the work I put in that one didn't quite go as far as Number One Stunner. So we never know. But that's okay. We're broadcasting this. We're doing our thing. And I hope that these tutorial remakes are entertaining and informational and educational for you. I'm definitely interested to see how this does. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my links in the description below. If you want to get MPC, check out my affiliate links. It helps me out at no additional cost to you. It helps me out. I want to definitely help somebody get some equipment this year through my affiliate links, these plugins that I got up on there. A lot of stuff that I want you to check out, all right? So thank you for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next remake. I'll be watching the comments to see what you guys think, what you guys want to hear. I haven't seen a pattern. A lot of people say the same thing, but I'll be watching and listening and you know, trying to get ready for the next one as we go forward into the December year and December month, right? All right, I'll see y'all later. I got to get some sleep. Peace out.